What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake MLB DFS Wise stream. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and of course, I'm from the WiseTake Nation, which you can find on all the social media platforms listed above or directly at WiseTake.com if you're looking to take your DFS game to the next level. We are a premium DFS content provider as well as a DFS community designed to help make you a better DFS player. Go check us out. Day Pass is available if you want to try us out. But definitely go check us out. If you're new to this channel, welcome. You've come to the right place for some free fire DFS content. So make sure you subscribe, hit notifications, but don't miss out on any of the free content we put out Monday through Friday, covering baseball right now. Meaning we stream Sunday through Thursday, covering them weekday slates. And of course, we still continue coverage on the weekends, at least on Saturdays at WiseTake.com. So make sure you subscribe, notifications bell on. Fat Bush, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, as always, my man. Time to grind. What's going on, man? Drop the dirties and sevens. You know it. Dirties and sevens. It's a pair around here. And if you know what that means, if you don't know what that means, it's only because you knew it around here. But don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. I thought the slate is still going on. It's 10:33 on a Tuesday. So the Tuesday slate is currently going on. So far, it's going all right. Looks like it's going to be a fairly profitable night if I can hold on a little bit. Erod kind of got me, but the Red Sox offense did do dirties. We were happy about that. And, hopefully we see who else is up. Pat Bush says I'm doing good so far, up $50. That's what I'm talking about, Pat. I like it, man. Love to see it. Pat had a real hot streak in NBA. You did. He had a hot streak in NBA. Shout out to the new members as well that recently joined us. Make sure you get over to the Slack chat and get down. We got to get the Slack chat rolling again, man. I know people are busy, including myself, right? I'm a dad now, doing dad duties during the day. And, I get it. But we got to make the time to get in that Slack chat, conversate, exchange ideas, exchange philosophies, right? We gotta make it great. We gotta take it back to where it was. So I'm relying on you, nation, to get shit rolling in the Slack chat. All right, we've got 2 slates, which is cool because we have a smaller main slate to cover. So not covering the early slate on this show, or content wise, maybe we can hit it up in the Slack if you are a member of the WiseTake Nation. Maybe we can discuss it then, but we're going to cover the night slate, aka the main slate, and we're going to start things off as we always do with top pitchers. Then we'll get into top offenses, things to watch, and of course the dong watch, like we like to do. Top pitchers, we got a few aces. Jacob DeGrom, elite. Let's go. Dirty by nature. He's at home. He's always pitched better at home. We know the Cubbies have some pop, but they also have a 25% K rate against righties. Taijuan Walker, man, struck out 12 dudes, 12 Cubs. That was crazy. I didn't see that come. I got to give that guy more credit. I think he's got regression coming. Maybe when he faces a team that doesn't strike out a ton, if he ever does. But in the meantime, man, he's just balling. Shout out to him. But DeGrom, I mean, best pitcher in the game, best pitcher on the slate. I don't know. Cash games, I mean, I just don't see why you don't just plug them in and just build around and make it work, especially since we don't have cores on this main slate. Garrett Cole, interesting tournament pivot if you're into that. I don't like the park. Remember, they're playing in Buffalo, which is a hitter-friendly park. It sounds to me like some of these pitchers are not going to be able to use that sticky stuff anymore. Cole got the job done in his last start, but, I guess we're all expecting some difference if he's not using that sticky shit and cheating. And again, we knew about Toronto is they have the 3rd highest WRC plus against righties. Tied, I guess technically they're second because the Dodgers and Astros are tied for first. But anyway, interesting matchup nonetheless. But Cole is obviously, we're going to assume he's still good, right? Kershaw, against the Phillies. We talked about the Phillies and we talked about Urias, whatever. They got some positive WRC plus at 102, but a 27.6% K rate, putting Kershaw firmly in the mix. Any one of these 3 guys you can make an argument for. I feel the most comfortable with DeGrom, but you're paying the most. And in tournaments is where you can I guess even up the distribution if that's what you want to do. But I still like DeGrom, and I'm a Mets fan, so I am a homer to that regard. The thing is, on DraftKings, it may be tough to play two of these guys, even though you want to. So we have to look at some cheaper options. One of them is Aaron Savale. He's 8.9, so he's not super cheap. I don't think he's a fantastic pitcher. It's just Baltimore, as good as they are against lefties, they're that bad against righties. 24.7% K rate, 146 ISO, 286 WOBA, and an 81 WRC plus, only above the Rockies. And against lefties, they're fourth highest WRC plus. So something to keep an eye on. But they're not playing a lefty. Savale's a righty. Zach Greinke. I don't think Greinke's any good anymore. I don't think he's been good for a little while, but he is playing the Rangers. So we got that going for us. Rangers, 26.4% K rate against righties, 149 ISO, 301 WOBA, 92 WRC plus. And the biggest thing is on DraftKings, he's 7.4. Not to mention Jordan Lyles is on the other side of this. So you would think the Astros get a win here, or at least put him in a position to. So I think he's on the table completely, and I'm not a Greinke guy, but at 7.4 on DraftKings as an SP2, I think we have to have that conversation. We just had it for now. Top offense is obviously the Astros against Jordan Lyles. Lyles is not good. Maybe Ekstrop and Sierra are under 5, which for him is not bad, but still has a 39.4% K rate, only a 36.5% ground ball rate. Houston's going to be popular, but for good reason. Ross Stripling does not look very good. 44% fly ball rate. He's going to be in this Buffalo Park that's been hitter friendly, and it's the Yankees. Yankees were able to put up some runs Tuesday night. Right, I expect them to be fairly popular without Coors. I personally like the Braves against Richards. I've been kind of waiting for Richards to regress a little more. A 4.09 ERA is not great, but a 4.43 xFIP, 4.80 Sierra tells us that maybe it should be a little higher. So, I like Atlanta. Showed some fight for sure. I think I'm curious to see what the ownership looks like, but I do like the Braves. And then one team I think will be very low owned is probably the Twins. And Justice Sheffield, 4.91 ERA, 4.75 xFIP, 4.88 Sierra. And the reason I think they'll be low owned is because, number one, people aren't too into the Twins, right? They're not a good team, even though they have decent numbers against lefties. 199 ISO, 333 WOBA, 112 WRC plus. Sheffield has a 16.8% K rate. Maybe the Twins will get traction. It just seems like people seem to ignore a lot of the late games, especially in Seattle's park, which I get it, right? That part I understand. But to me, the Twins are definitely up there. Things to watch, just a couple. It's not a huge slate. I think that Zach Wheeler against the Dodgers, something to keep an eye on. Wheeler's been awesome this year, maybe his best season yet. 23.9% K rate, which has always kind of been his thing. But the strikeouts are there, 32.4. After last year, they were way down. Problem is, he's playing the Dodgers, who are tied with Houston for the highest WRC plus at 119 against righties, 173 ISO, a 22.3% K rate. Gotta wonder what wins out because Wheeler's going to be really low, but so are the Dodgers. Ian Anderson. I think I'm a fan of this guy. Not in real life because I hate the Braves as a Met fan. But neutralized DFS mode, yeah, I think this kid is good. And he's not quite elite, at least yet. He's young, right? But he's good. 53.8% ground ball rate. Hard contact rate is low at 27.9. Problem is he's playing Boston. On the bright side, he's home, so Boston loses the DH. Boston has a 188 ISO, a 326 WOBA, and a 104 WRC plus. However, they also have a 24.8% K rate. So I think there's some room there. Some room. And he'll definitely be low owned. Leonard, what's going on, bro? Time to grind. Good question. How long to let DeGrom go? Yeah. I think it's up to him, man. Right? Like, he left the last game because of an injury. But the thing about DeGrom is I mean, how many times have we seen him go like 6 innings with 64 pitches and still put up one of the top scores on the slate? You know? But I definitely has a concern. I definitely have some concerns with it just seems they're being very cautious. And you know what? They can be. You know, the Mets have like the second lowest bullpen xFIP this year. For years, they've had one of the worst bullpens in the league. Not this year. Not this year, apparently. Leonard says, Leonard, no problem, bro. I appreciate you coming aboard the WiseTake Nation. Welcome aboard, Leonard. Leonard Greinke can't carry many people. 100%. But we're just looking for him to eat up innings against Texas and save us some money. But if we can find the value to make two of these spend-up guys work, I'm all for it. We'll get it twisted. Skywalker DFS Coors, another dud. That's Tennessee to what Coors does. Tatis did go yard at 50% ownership. Well, in the $121 single entry or whatever, he was like 50% owned. Leonard says Wheeler as a Philly is even better than he was as a Met. This year, yeah. Last year, no. This year, yeah. Yeah. Which is interesting. If you guys go back and think about some of the things that happened last year in the COVID season. The Marlins made the playoffs. What was it? There was some wacky shit like Wheeler. We'll look at Wheeler's numbers from last year. I got it right here. 18.4% K rate, which he's never really been like a 30%er always throughout his career, but he's been like mid-20s. 18.4. There were a lot of these weird things last year, not with everyone, but with just very weird shit, you know. But it does seem like this season things are kind of returning back to normal, I guess, to a degree. Dong watching, we're out of here. I'm going Freddie Freeman, number 1. Talked about the Braves. Like it. Nelly Cruz against the lefty, who, more importantly, struggles to strike hitters out. And then Yordan Alvarez of Houston against Jordan Lyles. That is today's Dong watch. Freeman, Cruz. What is it? Freeman, Cruz, Yordan Alvarez. Anyway, Nation, that's going to do it for us today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me live. And those of you watching after the fact, I appreciate y'all as well. Continue to leave some comments. The comments really help out the algorithm or whatever it is. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. We appreciate y'all. Very excited. We got football coming up in a few months. And we got baseball to grind out. NBA playoffs still around with 2-game slates. Right? It's dirty season. But every season is dirty season. That being said, for myself, the entire WiseTake Nation, as always, good luck.